Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 212, I think. 212 sounds right. Of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill advised and stupid. We are playing through the expansion pack for Fountain of Lost Expedition. It's called Fountain of Youth, and the Fountain of Youth will actually be the last expansion that we play. First, we're going to tackle this lovely little feature, which is called the Mountain or the Peak. And essentially, instead of the path that you normally take to try to get to the Lost City, which is still over there, you start off in your base camp. And look at that, you can get some food if you want. Every time you advance on the path, you'll flip one of these over. There will be different things that you can do on those paths. They'll have different features, much like the regular cards in this game. And then when you get to the top of the peak, you'll be able to then reveal all the remaining map cards because you're at the top of the mountain. You can see everything else. Plus, at the top of the peak, you can scout. And what scout means in a normal game is that you can look at the top three cards of the deck and then put them back in whatever order you want. If you are in a solo game, if you look at the top three cards, you then have to either put them back in the original order or just simply discard them. And more likely than not, it will be discard. We have all our health, we have our bullets, we have our food. We did say goodbye to Volcana. She did not feel appreciated in our expedition yesterday. She said she felt like we were just basically using her for her body, and she was absolutely correct. I apologize to Volcana, and I wish her the best of luck in her new career as a museum guide at the Phoenix Instrument Museum. She knows all about like ouds and guitars and pianos, and it's amazing. She finally gets to put her knowledge of musical instruments to good work. Good use. And I wish her the best of luck. Rinty did not want to come with us. Let's deal out 6 cards here. Put the remaining deck here. I'll try to remember to flip this over. And look at what we've got. All right, so we've got a bunch of cards to start off with. We'll get these instruction books. Why are these instruction books in the way? That's a good question. All right, so these are our cards. I'm going to arrange them here so you can actually see what they are. Sort of. We got the swamp. We got a deserted outpost where we can get some bullets. One of the few times we can get bullets. We got the path ahead, which actually has an interesting option there. Basically allows us to either get some food in exchange for a bullet or advance along the path. And I think we're going to want to advance along the path. So these are our starting cards. I think you can see them there. Let's go ahead and deal out the first 2 cards for the morning. And of course, these are going to be done in numerical order, not alphabetical order. That would be stupid. So 34 and 45, which are in fact in alphabetical order as well. Just minor coincidence. Let's go ahead and add the deserted outpost. That's going to go right after Nightshade. There's no way that we can actually skip over it. But Lost right here will allow us to skip over the Nightshade, which I kind of like. And then we'll want another one. Mudslide is really nasty. What I'm going to want is to pick up bullets from this. I think that that's going to be really helpful. Pouring Rain would actually allow us to skip right over Lost, which I really don't want. I kind of want to skip over Insects. But I think the path ahead is really where I want to start. I think that that's going to be a good way to go. So let's go ahead and deal out one more card. It's Taparape. And we'll go ahead and put Taparape down here. And we do not want to skip over Taparape because that person will help us get further down the path. There is no skip from there. So the question is, do I want to go ahead and skip on the swamp? Or do I want something else in here? Looking at the way this is structured, we're going to add one more card here. We're going to exchange one of Isabel's expertise for advancing along the path. And then we're going to go straight to Lost. Lost is going to allow us to skip over Nightshade. We'll have to add a couple things to the end of the path. We could exhaust Isabel. We do not want to do that to go one further down. I think anytime I see 2 symbols in exchange for further down the path, I'm just going to take a complete pass on. We're going to pick up the 2 bullets, plus we'll have another card on the end of the path. So at this point, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 additional cards here at the end. I almost kind of want to put Mudslide in there just so that we have some way to rearrange things as things are getting added, because this is going to be lengthy as it is. I think I'm going to put Swamp at the end. Swamp is not great, but I think that that's going to go there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start off the path ahead. We're just simply going to put another thing down here. We get the Kapok. And then we're going to use one of Isabel's expertise to go ahead and advance one. We also do get to pick up a food here. So any of the symbols that are on here, you activate those symbols before you actually start moving down the path. So after you've played your cards, after you've got this little arrangement, then you can do the little symbol on the card. So we do go advance one down the path, and unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to use one food. Boo. And then we're going to go to Lost. We're going to take the first option, which basically means that we'll add 2 more cards to the end here. We're getting a pretty lengthy line going. But we do get this little star symbol, and we get to skip over Nightshade, which is really the key there. All right, so we're going to go a little further. And we're going to go ahead and add 1 more card to the end here. And so here's what I'm thinking, is that I'm wondering if the bullets are really that good of an idea. Having the additional health, having Isabel be able to get her health back, and have another house would allow us to get some way down the path. So as much as I want those bullets, as much as I want the bullets, I got to go with the other option. We're going to go ahead and get 1 health back for Isabel, and we're going to get this little house thing. Roy's going to basically have Taparape help, and that we're going to go 1 more down the path, and this is, we're then going to hit the swamp, where we're going to have to add 1 more down to the end of here. Ooh, we got a chance to get some food. We're going to have to give up a compass, which means Isabel's going to sacrifice that, which is why I kind of wanted her to get the health. All right, we're going to sacrifice 1 food to get another house. We also have the opportunity to use one of these to get health and also subtract a card. That is the stupidest thing that we could possibly do. Since it's optional, we're not going to do it. Now, normally, when we hit dehydration, obviously the better option is to add things to the end. But we got plenty of these things now sitting around. We've got 3 houses sitting around. We're going to go ahead and use these for dehydration. And then we're going to use the last one for swarm. So all of those are now gone. We do get Panther, which allows us to basically get a leaf, and then we're going to use a bullet to get some food. Which I feel like is a pretty good trade-off. Sort of. And then we're going to get this Progress. And Progress is interesting. We could trade in one of Isabel's... I think what we're going to do, we're going to trade in the Black Panther because it's got the leaf on it. We're going to get 2 more food from here. And now we got 6 food. We are definitely doing the opposite of what we did last time. I do feel like I probably should have taken the path, but I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with how that's going to translate. All right, so that is the end of the morning phase. We're going to trade in 1 food. I'm going to drop the food on the floor. I'm willing to bet, like, once I actually go to clean out this area behind my table, I'm going to find, like, a ton of, like, different gaming components, all over, like, just all sorts of different types. So I'm going to find, like, a little cube from It's a Wonderful World. I'm going to find a little Pandemic meeple. I actually found, I think this is from, I want to say that's from Pandemic. I'll have to compare the two. It might be from Forbidden Island or Forbidden Desert. All right, so we're here at the end here. We're going to go ahead and we did the morning thing, so now we're going to flip over. So now the cards are going to go in opposite directions. We're going to end up with 1 card being added to the end. We got plenty of food. We do not have much of anything else. And so what I'm thinking is I want to start with Pounding Rain and then skip. Because what that's going to do is allow us to skip the Mudslide. We've got Leeches, which is not good. We're going to do something a little unusual here. We're going to put this at the front, and then we're going to put this here. And basically, this is going to give us a leaf at the exchange. We're going to swap a compass for a leaf. Skip this. We're going to go here. We're going to lose a tent plus 1 food, but we're going to get to skip that. And then we'll go here. So let's see what the other 2 cards are, because we still got to bring out 2 more cards. We've got Fever. Ew. And then we've got piranhas. Okay, so piranhas are going to be 2 food for advancement or 1 health for food. This feels to me like this might actually be an okay thing to put at the beginning here. All right, so we've got our line set up. We're currently on a spot where we have to add a card to the end. Oof, that's a frustrating one. All right, so the question is, do we want to trade in health for food? I'm a little worried about food at this point because we got 2 missing here. We'll skip this. We got 1 missing here. We'll skip this. And we might have 1 more down here. But overall, that's still 4 food. We don't have many bullets left, and we're not going to need the bullet here. We're going to want to use the food for that. So I think what I'm going to want to do is hold on to the food. I'm going to trade in 1 health from Bessie because she's got the most health right now. This is going to allow us to move down the path 1. And we have a scouting action. So that goes there. We're going to lose 1 off of... Oh, yeah, that's right. This is going to take away a card. We're going to lose 1 off Isabel. She's down to 1 health, unfortunately. We are going to gain a leaf, fortunately. In addition, we're going to lose a card off the end here. I'm okay with that. And we get to skip leeches. We're going to go to here, where we're going to lose 1 health, 1 from Bessie, actually, 1 food. And then before we skip this, we actually get to determine which order we want to deal with these in. And I think this is still going to be the correct order because ultimately this is the same as this, except there's an additional food that we lose. So that is the order that we're going to do them in. And we're going to lose 2 more health, which might mean that we actually lose a person. Yeah, we're going to lose a person here. And I'm sorry. Damn. I wish that could have gone better. But sorry, Roy, we're going to lose you. Roy is the first one to succumb. We haven't even made it up the mountain. We're still halfway down the mountain. All right, so that's that. And that's the end of the night. So we're going to eat some food. And we're going to go ahead and draw some cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I do want to check when the scout action is actually doable because that is kind of interesting. That is an interesting aspect to this. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll be able to do that after we get the line set, but not before. So, looking at the cards, let's go ahead and put these all down. Kind of need some health, and I don't feel like we have a whole lot of health here. I feel like this will be a good one to start with because we've got the 2 extra food. And then maybe we do Vantage Point, except Vantage Point is probably going to be near the end. We could also do 1 bullet. Talking again about it, I mean, the thing that doomed us last time was that we used two of these to go 1 space forward, and that was a mistake. If we use the bullet, we'll be able to skip over 2 things, and I feel like that's not a bad idea. But we don't necessarily want to skip over Zavante, because Zavante I think we actually do want. Let's go ahead and play these 2 first, and we'll see what happens with the next 2 cards. No, that's right. I'm supposed to actually do the 2 cards first. It's morning, 2 cards. We start with these. We get Kalapos and Abandoned Camp. We're going to get a bunch of resources right at the beginning. We're going to get some bullets. We're going to get some food. We could even skip over if we wanted to. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Amanayela next. And then we're going to skip over Venomous Spider. We're going to deal 1 more card. We get Clearing. No! Oh, that would be really helpful, except we're not going to be able to do it. Oh, no, we can. We can. We can. We have to trade in 1 house, though. So I think instead of bullets, we're going to have to pick up... Yeah, instead of bullets, we're going to have to pick up this. so that we can use it here without losing anybody. And what we'll probably do is exchange it for health, so these two aren't on death's door. If we then do that, we can still use the bullet here. Skip over this and skip over whatever's at the end. So let's go ahead and put this at the end because we're going to be able to skip over both of them. All right, now we're at the top, and now we can actually go ahead and use the action up here, which is scouting. We're going to take a look at the top 3 cards. Now we have to keep these either in the same order. So we got one here, which is basically in exchange for food, you can get some direction, or you can lose 2 health, skip over a card, and advance along the path. Here is going to be lose a compass, and then skip along the path. And then this is get a bullet and in exchange for a bullet, get 2 food. So I think we're going to go ahead and put these back in this order. Now we know what's coming up. And what I'm going to do, I hate to, I know this feels like I'm cheating a little bit. Since we just saw the cards, we'll go ahead and put them up like this so we know what's coming up. Okay, so we've done our scouting action. Yay. So here, we're going to go ahead and take this for the abandoned camp. Because again, I do not want to get screwed when we get to here. We'll go ahead and take the food. And then we'll go here and we'll go ahead and exchange this back for the 2 food. We're going to be eating well. And now I'm thinking about what I said before. I kind of feel like I need to use the bullet now because that's what I was going to do. But I also feel like it would not be a worth. The problem is I don't have enough health to actually deal with these 2 remaining cards. So we're going to have to use the bullet. We're going to have to bite the bullet. And that will allow us to skip these last 2 cards. And we're going to go ahead and use a food and go on to evening. All right, so now we've got a couple cards left. We're going to start the path. We still have the opportunity to use a bullet to get some food here, but I feel like we just do not need it. The biggest problem is that we're going to lose 1 health if we do that. And we're going to lose 1 health with that, and we're going to lose 1 food with this. So we'll go ahead and put Zavante first. We'll put the steep path here. Now, is that how I want to do it? Yeah, so what we're going to do, sorry. What we're going to do is Zavante, and we're going to do Vantage Point, and then we're going to do this instead. No, because I can't skip that, can I? I will get this right. I promise. We do this. We do this. This basically gives us 2 things to start off with. Or we can trade 1 food to go 1 forward on the path. Okay. That's actually even better. And then, except... We'll do Thunderstorm at the end here. I have to still remember that I still have a leaf here. That's done me no good whatsoever. That's going to allow me to skip over 2 cards. So we'll just put these 2 at the end. And we'll put the crocodile first because we're going to get some food out of that. All right. And now we can scout. So we're going to take a look at the next 3 cards. We get Footprints. That's going to be really helpful. Faulty Kit and Bushmaster. We're going to keep these because the skipping a card to advance 1 is really helpful. I think there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But we are going to trade this last bit of bullet for 2 food. Thank you, Mr. Crocodile. All right. Over here, we're going to trade 1 food in. And we're going to get a compass. Over here... Again, if I don't do the food, I'm going to end up losing somebody on the Thunderstorm. So I got to do the food for the thunderstorm, which really bugs me because I'd rather just advance forward. We're then going to skip these last two and use this house to help deal with the thunderstorm. And that is the end of the evening. So we get to trade one of these in. We're on to day 2. Still very, very sick and still got some stuff here to help us out. All right. So now we're going to draw 6 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to deal 2 cards out. The Rope Bridge and River Crossing. All right. So I've got Healing Herbs, which I'm definitely going to want to do. We've got Old Pathway. We've got Faulty Kit and Footprints. It's not even a question. We're going to do these 2. No. We'll do these 2. Awa goes to almost to the end here. He goes right here. And then we're going to deal 1 more card out. Now, looking at this, we're going to have the advantage of finally using this leaf, and we're going to be able to heal 2 people plus add something to the end. Old Pathway, we're going to add something to the end and also advance 1 space. Here, we've got the compass, so we'll use the compass and advance 1 space. Over here, we'll have an opportunity to use food to get some health for somebody or food to advance a space. Probably food to advance a space. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces total will be right there. And then over here, if we add the health to Isabel, we can then trade the compass in for 1 more space. So I think we'll be here. That'll be amazing. That'll be absolutely amazing. And I do not know what to do with the rest of this. We have... there's no skips anywhere in here. There is a skip here. There's a skip at 39 that will skip over 42, and I do not want to do that. And there's a skip here at Healing Herbs. What am I doing? Why did I do 11? What we should have done is hold off on 11, put 20 in there. Because that would allow me to skip 20 and then go straight to River Crossing. River Crossing is going to skip. Stupid. I am a very stupid person. I am a very stupid person. Don't you know how dumb I am? I'm quite the stupid person. Stupid person. I did not look at the card before I put it down, and as a result, I don't know which way to go around. I really want the health from those healing herbs and such. I think what I have to do I think I have to put the Faulty Kit in there and then swap Rope Bridge and Awa. Dumb. Why do you guys watch me? Why do you watch a dumb person? All right, so now we get to take a look at the next 3 cards because we're still stuck there. We got Electric Eels. For 1 health, I can get some food, which doesn't feel to me like a good trade. Hawahito. Yeah, none of these are good. We're going to discard all of them. That is the other option that you get when you're scouting. All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to skip over this, but take advantage of this leaf thing and get some health back for both of these folks. 1 for each of you. And we have to add a card to the end. And then this goes away, and then this goes away. Sadly, cannot believe that's going away. Because again, I'm an idiot. We're going to swap these two around. We then have to give up either 1 health, 1 hut. So we're going to give up that health. We're going to get to skip over this. But we are going to be able to use this to go 1 forward. We can then give up 1 food to go 1 forward. When we get to here, by the way, we are supposed to reveal all remaining map cards. Holy moly, we got some good stuff. We got some good stuff. All right. And then here, when we get to the ants, we're not going to trade health for food. That would just be stupid. We are going to go ahead and trade 1 more food in for the morning phase, and now we're in the evening phase. So now, what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to start off with footprints and then go immediately to Bushmaster and then just keep it like that, because this will allow me to basically skip over this. I don't need food at this point. I can just go ahead and skip this, advance down the path. Cougar. We're going to need... Yeah, we'll do this here and this here. And basically, we're going to be able to use a food, 1 food, to basically then negate Cougar. Hookworms. Oh, that's lovely. I don't think there's anything I can do about this one. Thing is, I'm thinking about whether or not I want to grab a bullet from here. Put that here. Jaguar. We'll put that at the end. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to put that at the end. So now what do I want to do? Do I want to grab food or do I want to grab a bullet? And I think I want to grab a bullet. All right. So we're going to start here. In exchange for 1 food, we're going to get 1 compass or 1 leaf. And then in exchange for the leaf, we're just going to get to ignore the cougar. Basically, we tricked the monkey into running into the cougar, and now it's dead. We're then going to go ahead and move 1 space down. We then have to either give up a bullet, and in exchange, we're going to get 1 food. Or lose 2 health. Neither of which is really a good option. And I think no matter at this point, I think at this point we're just dead. Because we have to give up 1 health for hookworms. Oh, and that should have gone here. What am I doing? And this, we just have no way to deal with it. We have to basically lose 2 health because we have no more bullets. And that is the end of our good friends here on the mountain, who did an admirable job trying to get down 3 spaces away from the end, almost there. Unfortunately, just not quite close enough. This would have allowed a nice little transfer of whoever's got, if we had any tents, then we could have transferred that into health. But really, unfortunately, just did not go well. Still, I think that I went now 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 playing this game. But please join me again tomorrow for yet another fun edition of losing to this game. Do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you tomorrow.